Hello, our CFA is tomorrow, so here is the study guide that's going to go with the CFA. Talking about equations, here are our key terms. So first up is inverse operations. And what inverse operations means. What inverse operations means. Inverse means opposite, and operations, plus addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So inverse operations would mean the opposite. So if I'm adding in my equation, that means I have to subtract to get rid of it. If I'm dividing in my equation, I need to multiply to get rid of it. We use inverse operations to get the variable by itself. An equation is a math expression with an equal sign. So variable, it's an unknown number. It's an unknown number. We use a letter to represent it. Constant is a number without a variable. Coefficient is the number in front of the variable. How many of the variables are there? So 3x, that means there's 3 x's. A two-step equation, that's an equation where we have two or multiple steps where we need to start with distribution, combining like terms, and then after that, then I can start going through the order of operations and go through my equation process to get the variable by itself, starting with multiplication, division, and starting with addition, subtraction, and then multiplying and dividing last. So let's look at number one. Which value for h makes the equation 5h plus 4 equal to true? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write down the equation. Now, how I'm going to figure out my answer choices, I'm just going to simply solve. So I'm going to start with my addition subtraction first. I'm going to subtract 4. I need to get rid of 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Equal sign and negative 5h come down because I have not touched them. Next, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5. Make sure you bring the sign. H is then going to equal positive 2/5 because negative 2 divided by negative 5, same signs, equals positive. Answer A. Number 2. Emily is 8 years older than. Older than. If somebody's older than you, that means they're plus in years. 8 years older than twice Michael's age. Twice Michael's age. So twice means times 2. So let's write this down. Times 2, 8 years older than. 2x plus 8. And that's going to equal Emily's age. Emily is 32. That was number 1. This is number 2. Addition, subtraction first. So I'm going to do the opposite of plus 8, which is minus 8. 24. 2x equals 24. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 12. B. Very easy. Very easy so far. Number 3. At a coffee shop, Alex bought 2 muffins for $2.50 and some cookies for $1.25 each, including tax. He will spend a total of $12.50. How many cookies did Alex buy? So here's where this question is going to get you. The second sentence, Alex bought 2 muffins for $2.50. I'm adding $2.50. Now, if this said he bought 2 muffins for $2.50 each, that means we would have to add that 250 for every muffin he bought, but it does not say each, so we're just gonna be 250. I think on the CFA it does, so be careful. He bought cookies, they were $1.25. We don't know how many cookies, so it goes with X, and that equals $12.50. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of my addition and subtraction. Easy $10. 1.25x equals, sorry if that's not a very good equal sign, $10. Divide both sides by $1.25. That's 250, and 250 times 4. Not 8. 250. Let me double check myself. I think where it's getting us is when I say it says he bought 2 muffins for $2.50, it should say each there. Because without it we get 8, but if I did $2.50 each and I did plus 5 instead, and I subtracted 5 and had $7.50 and divided $7.50 by $1.25, that would end up equaling 6. So let me show you that real quick. I'm gonna go quick on this one. Minus that 5, $7.50. $1.25x divide by $1.25 on both sides. X equals 6. So, typing error on the study guide. Look at number 4. Which equation represents the following statement? 7 less than. So when I write less than, that means I'm subtracting 7. The product of P and 4. Number times the letter, they should go together. 4P minus 7, what I have so far, is 9. Is my equal sign. So I should have 4P minus 7 equals 9. That looks like A. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Number 5. 2x divided by 4 equals negative 16. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that my variable is inside of the fraction. It's not 2/4 x, it's 2x divided by 4. So what I have to do first is I have to multiply both sides times 4 in order to get rid of my 4. So I'm going to times 4 times 4. 2x equals 16 times 4 is negative 64. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. X equals negative 32. Super easy. That was number 5. Number 6. Here we do have a fraction. 4/3 x plus 1/2 equals 1/6. I'm going to assume you're going to be doing your fraction calculations with a calculator. So I'm going to kind of do them in my head. But you know, each calculation that I'm making, why would we not do it on Desmos? So to start with, I have to get rid of my plus 1/2. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 1/2. So what I would type in Desmos is 1/6 minus 1/2, which this is going to end up being negative 1/3. Equal sign comes down. Four-thirds x comes down. I'm going to divide both sides by 4/3. Uh, 3/12. No way. Yep. Uh-huh. 3/12, which that simplifies to x equals 1/4. Because my negative 1/3 was divided by a positive 4/3, this is going to be a negative 1/4. Oops, sorry. Negative 1/4. Let me write that. Just like that. On to the number after 6. Negative 7.8 equals x minus 2.3. Simple one step, we just have decimals. You know, once again, when I'm working with rational numbers, why would I just not type this in the calculator? I don't know. Even though my variable is on the right, we still solve this the same way. So I'm going to add 2.3 on both sides. Try to adjust this camera so I'm more comfortable. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so much better. Cool. Different signs, negative plus, a negative term and a positive term I'm combining. So because they have different signs, we're going to subtract them. 5.5, keep the sign of the bigger number. X equals negative 5.5. Number 8. Solve for m. M divided by 2 plus 8 equals 15. First thing I need to do is subtract 8 on both sides. M divided by 2 equals 15 minus 8 is going to give me 7. Yep. In order to get rid of this 2, you need to multiply both sides times 2. M is going to equal 14. Negative 45 equals x over 6 minus 9. So first thing I need to do I need to get rid of my minus 9. I'm gonna add 9 to both sides. Now negative 49 plus 9, we're gonna end up subtracting because they have different signs. This is gonna leave me with negative 36 equals x over 6. Now in order to get rid of the 6 underneath x, I need to multiply. Multiply both sides times 6. It's gonna be 216, I think. Negative because the signs are different. 36 times 6, Newton Desmos. Why think harder when you could think smarter? Number 10. Four y minus 7y equals 18. So 4y and 7y, they're like terms. They both have y. So I can combine these. 4 minus 7, 4 is positive, 7 is negative, so they have different signs, so I'm going to subtract them to get 3. Keep the sign of the bigger number, so I'm going to keep the negative because 7 is bigger than the number 4. Equals 18. Divide both sides by negative 3. 18 divided by negative 3. So 18 divided by 3 is going to give you 6. They have different signs, though, and different signs tells me I'm going to get a negative answer. So my answer should be y equals negative 6. All right, number 11. I'm going to flip over. Make sure my paper's all good. Number 11. Nicole has $67 to spend on green and yellow shoes. Green shoes cost $5 a pair. Yellow shoes cost $4.50 per pair. She will buy 8 green shoes. Which equation will find the number of yellow shoes she can buy? So she can only spend $67, so that's what we're going to be equal to is $67. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is tragic. Green shoes cost $5 a pair, but here it says she bought 8 pairs of green shoes. So we're going to do 8 times 5, which is 40. And then lastly, we know that yellow shoes cost $4.50, but we don't know how many. So the $4.50 is going to go with X, or Y in this case. So we're looking for 4.50y plus 40 equals $67. Should be B. On the home stretch, on the last side. Number 12, solve for D. 12, so we have negative 6D minus 4D plus 9D equals 63. So first I'm going to start combining like terms going straight across. Negative 6 minus 4 is going to be negative 10. I added them together because negative 6, negative 4, same signs. Same signs tells me to add and take the sign. So that's what I did. Plus 9D equals 63. So negative 10 plus 9, they have different signs. So what that means is we're going to subtract these because the signs are different to get just 1. So I'm just going to put the letter D. 10 is bigger than the number 9, so it's going to be negative D equals 63. And then finally, in order to get D by itself, this isn't my answer. My answer is not 63. I need to get rid of this negative. What this ends up doing is it ends up flipping the sign of 63, making it negative. Sorry if that was a little cut off. There's the whole thing. Kind of hard to see. I can't really see my video as I'm going. There it goes. Kind of a long equation. Number 3, a little bit of distribution. So I'm going to distribute my 5 to x, the -3. 5 times x, number times a letter. Well, they just go together. 5 times 3 is 15. Different signs, negative answer. Equals -25. I'm going to add 15 on both sides. Different signs, so we're going to subtract these to get -10. Bring down my 5x. Divide both sides by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Different signs, negative answer. X equals -2. Number 14. Rachel is 15 years old. She is 5 years older than twice Ethan's age. So she is 15, so it's going to be equal to 15. 5 years older than, that's a +5. Somebody's older than you, they're +5. Twice Ethan's age is going to be 2x. Minus both sides by 5 to get 10. Bring the 2x down. Divide both sides by 2 to get 5. Easy. Easy, easy. Number 15. 5/3 x plus 6 equals 9.5. Couple little mixed numbers going on here. Fraction and a decimal. Now technically 5/3 is a repeating decimal, so I'm probably going to end up converting my 9.5 to a fraction here in a second. First, I need to subtract 6. 5/3 x equals, oops, almost forgot the x. 9.5 divided or minus 6 is going to be 3.5. And when I convert 3.5 to a fraction, it's going to end up being 7/2. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 5/3. I'm going to be honest, you might not even with Desmos, with having Desmos, you could totally type 3.5 divided by 5/3. You could. Sure could. I just have to do it this way because I'm doing it by hand. 21/10. That might be it, actually. Because that converts to 2 1/10. X equals 2 1/10. A little bit of a doozy, but we got it. Oh, hiccup. Another one. I'm going to bump up and over for number 16. Almost done, 2 more. (1.5) times x plus 8 equals 6.75. So I'm going to distribute. Number times the letter. Well, they should go together. 1.5 times 8 should be 12. Equals 6.75. Subtract 12 on both sides. So 5.25. Do that in the calculator, 100%. If you don't do it in the calculator, something wrong with you. 12 is going to be bigger, so I'm going to take that negative. Put my equal sign. 1.5x comes down, divide both sides by 1.5. You know, this might actually be something I do in the calculator real quick. It's going to be a negative answer. Let me think. That's 3. It's 4.5 times 3. I think it's 3.5. So check the calculator. 5.25. No. 5.25 divided by 1.5. 3.5. Nice. Signs correct. Different divided with different signs. Negative answer. Very last question. Noah's ordering party favors online. He pays the same price per item plus a $6 packaging fee. If he pays $30 in total for 6 items, which equation can be used to find the cost per item? So $30 in total, so that's got to be our equals. Equal sign equals 30 equals 30 equals 6. So that's not going to be D. $6 packaging fee. So that's going to be plus 6. Okay, so C's out. If he pays $30 total for 6 items, so we don't know the cost, but we know he bought 6 of them. So X is going to be representing the cost, you know, which equation can be used to find the cost per item X. So if we look here, the only equation with a coefficient is going to be A. That would end up being it. If you need to rewatch any portions of the video, please do so. CFA is going to end up being tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and post this video in Class Dojo. All right, good luck, everybody.